Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bull Beer Reviews. Today I have a beer from Divine Barrel Brewing Company out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Sorry, just adjusting this a little bit. I'm really excited for this because this is their first can release, the first time they've canned. They opened, I'm trying to think when they opened, but it was definitely within the last year. So they're pretty new to Charlotte, but they quickly gained a reputation, and I think if you ask most people who know what they're talking about beer wise in Charlotte, they'll tell you that they're one of the best breweries in Charlotte. So I'm really excited that they started canning, so I can do some reviews of their beers on this channel. They do crowlers, but sometimes like I don't necessarily want to commit to a full crowler or something, and it's just not packaged. If you don't drink it right away, it's not necessarily packaged in the most efficient manner, and it could be oxidized. So that's why now that they actually have cans, I'm pretty happy now I can do some reviews for their beers. But so this one's called Foamy Weather. It's a double dry hop New England IPA, hopped with Brew One, which I've never heard of, Racow, which I just heard of from the last roundabout review I did, and then Citra. So when I went to the brewery today to get this, I didn't try it on tap because I figured I was getting a 4-pack. So, and I trust them enough that I have faith that I can just buy it without trying it. So we'll see how this is. It's first test run of Divine Barrel can. So I'm hoping this will be one of many reviews that I do of their cans. I mean, that might be sacrilege to put their beer in another competitor's glass, but it is what it is. So as you can see, it pours a darker golden color, pretty hazy, with a small white head, not too frothy. It smells really nice. The one thing that I'm a big fan of from that brewery is they don't just do like New England style IPAs. They do some nice like West Coast stuff too. Some really nice, clean, easy drinking hoppy beer. So it's not just the hazy stuff. So I do appreciate that. And they also have a ton of different varieties of styles. They usually have 15 or so beers on tap, a bunch of different styles, and a lot of them, probably pretty much most of the stuff besides like some of the double IPAs they do, are all like pretty low in alcohol, which is nice. You can go there and have several different drinks and not feel like too intoxicated. So, but anyways, like I was saying, this pours I would say a darker straw color. It's almost golden. It's pretty light. It smells. I'm getting a little peach and orange. There's also a little bit of like earthy resinous character. But it's really, really clean, fresh hop aroma. There's really not any malt character to speak of, which I have no problem with. Very, very clean. It's kind of one of those New England IPAs where it's so dialed in that like it really doesn't go in one direction where you taste any specific hop hop qualities. Where like everything is just really, really, really tied together. So I wouldn't necessarily say that's a good thing or a bad thing. It just is what it is. I'm getting some orange, a little bit of a tropical note, a little bit of a dank quality. I would say it's more citrus than anything. I would say it's a little like limey actually. It's kind of like lime and orangey. But it has a really nice bright carbonation to it. And it's just super, super clean. The malt profile is nice. It adds a little bit of a sweetness, but it's not like... I mean, you could tell just by the color of it, but it's not like any... It's not caramely at all or anything, and it's not overly sweet where it tastes like rock candy or anything like that. It's just nice balancing out the bitterness. I would say the bitterness is probably at like a 30% level of IPAs. So it's on the lower side, but it's not like super low. It balances out that sweetness. But in general, I think this is I mean, I've had their beers several times already, so I know what they're capable of, but... Excuse me. You know, it's not just about the beer quality. When breweries first start canning... And I'm hoping they got a canning line in and it isn't a mobile canning line. I honestly have no idea. But if it is a mobile canning line, they still did a good job. So it's not just about the beer itself. Like if there's an issue with the canning line, then the beer's going to taste like crap. So, you know, it tastes just as fresh as if I got a pour of it at the brewery. So that is definitely a big thumbs up on that one for their first release. But I'm not just saying it's good because it's their first release. It is still a really good example of the style. Really light and easy drinking. You know, I would say it is 6%, so it's not that strong, but I mean, that's pretty much what I would guess from drinking it. I would say from the three breweries that I do the most reviews of from Charlotte in the IPA realm in general, which I would say are Heist, High Branch, and Resident Culture, it probably leans the most towards High Branch, I would say. Because it's kind of in the, like, to me, Resident Culture is like super, super, not even juice forward, but it's just like, or Heist is more juice forward. Resident Culture is more like on the dank side. This is kind of floating in the middle, and that's generally how I think High Branch is, so... But this is a really, really, really good job for their first canning release. And this is making me want to buy more of this specifically and then get more of their other stuff. And I can't wait to try the fruited Berliner Weiss that they did too. But this is absolutely a buy for me. I think it was like $17 a 4-pack. I would definitely buy this again for sure. Really, really clean and tasty. So yeah, that's all I got on this guy. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.